Do not rush out the process. Right now, there is no time limit at all. So you do not be spending your hard-earned money on just taking the challenges. Once you have enough knowledge, then and only then take the challenge, but take the challenge of the small account.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another TFT interview. Today I have the pleasure to host Ajwad from UK. Welcome Ajwad.
Thank you for having me, Anna.
It's my pleasure. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. A little bit exhausted, but it's fine. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, so it's really cool that you're also a content creator. It's the first time for me actually to interview another content creator. First, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into trading, and then we can continue further.
Hi guys, I am Ajwad. I am 25 years old, originally from Pakistan, but I live in UK. I've been living in London since like last year. I am a YouTuber, funded trader with the funded trader program. I'm managing $500,000 funded account. I'm also managing $500,000 funded account with one other firm as well. So total, I have like $1 million in funding. And I've been trading since 2017. At the time, I was doing my bachelor's in computer science. It was my first semester. I still remember that. One of my friends came to me. He told me about Forex. And at that time, I literally had no idea about Forex. He came to me. He told me, have you ever heard about Forex trading? You can basically make money. It's similar to stock market. So I started looking into it. But when I was looking into it, I got more interested in binary options. So I started learning binary options instead of Forex. My first trading account was $1,000. I ended up depositing that $1,000 in the broker, which was IQ Options. I don't know if they still offer the services. Of course, like everyone else, I ended up blowing the account. I did try to make some of the profits by just, testing out different strategies that I was learning from YouTube, but my luck ran out. So when it ran out, I ended up like blowing 3 accounts with binary options. And after that, I was like, now binary option is not working. I've been trading for like 5-6 months, which was definitely not a lot of time. But I decided to basically shift to Forex because I did know when I started looking into binary, I was also understanding the basic market structure of Forex. I knew that the Forex potential upside is much, much larger than binary options. And especially I would say like much larger than other industries as well, like stock market, because like you get the leverage to trade. You can have few $1,000s in your account, but with the leverage, you can literally maximize your potential to make profits. So I ended up taking a course from one guy on YouTube in July 2017. That was basically a series of courses. I took one course, which was only for the beginners. That's the same strategy that I've been using since 2017. So I started learning. I spent 2-3 months. Then there was another course of him, how the things work. You take one course, then there is another course which is a little bit advanced. So you end up enrolling yourself into that course. You end up purchasing that. So when I took that course, that's when I started to see something, that started making more sense to me. And he had a community where I was able to connect to that guy. I literally learned a lot from my mentor. Spent like I think 1 year just learning different trading strategies, like idea of how we can trade, when to trade, when not to trade. And then after that, I started doing my live account. I never did any demo trading, never did back testing. So after I had the understanding of the strategy that how I need to trade, I ended up opening my first live account. However, I was definitely able to blow that account as well.
Not backtesting, nothing of that, and then yeah, that was expected.
Yeah. So basically the thing was like, I wanted to basically experience the live market conditions. I wanted to see that how the strategy that I have been learning, I've been spending so much time, how it's going to work when I will be trading live market, when there will be emotions involved. So like we can do demo trading, we can do back testing, we can have the data, we can have the idea that what are the market structures that we only need to focus, what is the right time we need to focus, like when is the time we need to take the trade. But if you are not doing live trading, then there is no psychology involved in it, so you can never experience the live market conditions. But I wanted to do that firsthand, so I did that. Unfortunately, of course, there was no success early on in the stages. But the problem for me was that I had a trading strategy. I knew what do I need to do, The only problem that I faced, and I faced that for more than 2 years, that I was unable to follow my trading plan, because whenever I was seeing market is moving up or moving down, I was literally bending my own rules and I was just chasing the market instead of anticipating the market. Like, we should always be anticipating instead of chasing. So that was the main problem for me. But I was able to understand. I took a break. I went back to drawing board. I analyzed my mistakes. I learned from them, and I started following a proper trading plan that I wrote at the time. And I was lucky enough to find FTMO at that time. It was in February 2019. I was trading for like more than 1.5 years. I wasn't really profitable, but I was profitable in terms of like 1 month was going in profits, another month was going in loss, like wasn't consistently profitable. So when I saw FTMO, I took their challenge. They were the only firm who were offering the funded accounts, and no one was really believing them. Like, we can spend some money on taking the challenge and they will give the funded account. So I ended up just trying them out. I could not pass the first challenge, but I got the free retry. In my second attempt, I passed the phase 1, phase 2 as well. I got the funded account. After getting payout for the very first time, it was $100,000 account, and I think the payout was like 3,000 something dollars. I ended up blowing the accounts because like I was trading my personal capital, then now I'm trading with the firms. So there is a difference between managing your personal capital and managing your accounts with the firms. Basically, I have to readjust my whole experience of trading the live account to my experience with the firms. So that's how I started. Like, took me overall 2 years to become profitable. After that, like, became funded with many firms, and also started YouTube in 2021. Was funded with Funding Talent, My Forex Fund, the Funding Trader program, Bespoke Funding program. So it's been going very good for me.
That's amazing. I totally agree with the life environment. We definitely have to experience it. I usually say like learning how to trade on a demo account. Yes, it's necessary at the beginning when you have to understand your strategy and when you have to learn the technical part. But after that, being on a demo account will actually result in many bad habits that are gonna destroy you on the live account. It usually leads to reckless behavior. You don't have any attachment, and then they start like doing that on the live account. And when there are emotions involved, the results are way worse. I usually say it's learning how to swim with swimming essentials. You're never gonna learn. You have to remove everything and learn how to swim by yourself. Let's go back a little bit on the learning process. What were the things that you struggled with the most, and how did you overcome those struggles?
The things were, for me, was first of all not following my trading plan, which I told you. Like, that was the main challenge for me. And at the same time, like everyone else, I was new into trading, and I don't think anyone can become truly profitable, consistently profitable after just trading for 1 year or just trading for 2 years. You have to go through that process. So I was always bending my rules, not following my trading plan, and just taking the trades, literally random trades. Whenever I was seeing like market is going up after some news events, I was thinking that it's gonna continue going up. So I was always getting, ending up taking the trade by hoping that it's gonna continue going up. So I had to understand that hope is not a strategy, and I have to make sure that I follow my trading plan. Like, of course, like if you will just focus on taking the trades that meet your trading criteria, meet your trading plan, even if you lose some trade, you know that you are following your trading plan. It will not affect you psychologically. So the problem was like whenever there was a loss after when I was not following my plan, like it was affecting me very badly. Like, even if I was in profits, like that profit was basically turning into losses every single time. So that was the main thing. The second thing was like the risk management. And that was something, very important, I would say, even more important than having a good trading strategy. Like, you can have the perfect strategy that works like 70-80% of the time. You can know when you need to take the trade. You can understand all the market concepts. You can understand supply and demand and everything. But if you don't know how you should be adjusting your risk management, how you should be minimizing your risk and maximizing your potential, then it's going to be very problematic. The thing is, like, the way I basically managed to understand risk management is I did not, follow 1% risk per trade. I had to make sure that I'm going to understand myself as how I'm going to perceive when the market is making me some profits. So if I was trading, let's say $10,000 account, and I'm not willing to, accept the loss of $200, and that $200 loss is affecting me somehow, then that means I should not be risking $200. I should be lowering my risk so that way it will not affect me. So that's how I started understanding risk management. And these were the two main things. It took me some time to overcome these challenges.
Was there something specific that helped you to overcome those challenges?
It came with experience. Like I was a guy who was watching other traders making thousands of dollars showing their Lamborghinis on YouTube. So that was one thing I was like, how the hell they are making so many profits? I was that guy, but I knew that these videos, these things are not going to help me. Only and only experience is going to help me. It's a common quote, like practice makes you perfect. So like mastery comes from practicing the same thing over and over and over again. So it took me some time. So basically it came with the experience.
What are the failures that you cherish the most?
Well, that's a very good question. First of all, like when I started learning, and I think I should not have done that, but again, I was very new to trading. So the thing was for me, I should have focused on only couple of pairs instead of focusing, all the pairs, which were like, for me, it was too much data and I was unable to process. And that was, one of the reasons I was failing, I would say. And then another thing was I blew up a lot of accounts when I was, in my whole process of becoming profitable, and even the funded accounts. I even blew my funded account with the funded trader program that I had in February 2022. So these were the type of failures, like losing all your savings. I was from Pakistan, like I was in Pakistan at the time, and in Pakistan, making $4,000-5,000 is a huge amount of money. It's a lot. So I was losing that amount every single month or after every 2 months. So I was saving some money that I was doing from freelancing because I was a computer science student. I was doing bachelor's, so I knew how to code. I knew how to make websites. So I was just, doing that in my free time, making some money from that, and I was spending all of them in trading, and I was blowing the accounts.
Wow, I cannot even imagine how you've been failing. But yeah, I believe that you learned so many valuable lessons from all of that. What were the skills that you had to develop to become profitable?
Patience. Like money is being made when you wait for the trade opportunity, not when you take the trade opportunity. That's something, I read this basically somewhere on the internet. I don't remember where, but when I read it, it really, did something inside me. And I was like, if I can only be patient enough to wait for the market to give me the opportunity, instead of me always rushing out the process that I have to take the trade, if I can be patient enough, I can have that skill, I can understand how I need to be patient, then it's going to be, very, very helpful in the long term perspective. Even when there is no trade opportunity, then it means like market will give me the opportunity next week. Even if there is nothing for 1 week, there is going to be something in the next week. I was telling you, like before the interview, I took a break from trading from January to June. During that time, I wasn't looking at the charts at all. So what I was doing, like I knew whenever I will start, I will be making profits if I follow my trading plan. So when I started trading, I have been trading this funded account for more than a year now. I started trading this account. It was a $400,000 funded account on 18th of July. I got $100,000 scaled in the end of last year, so it's now a $500,000 account. So when I made like around $47,000 profit, I requested a withdrawal. They were like 4 or 5 withdrawals. After that, I went into a drawdown. I lost around 3% on my 500K account. But because I knew if I'm gonna be patient enough, and if I'm gonna only take those trades who will meet the criteria, who will meet my trading plan, recovering that 3% loss is not a big deal. When I started trading again, I was looking at the market, like spent 1 month and only did I think 3 or 4 trades in one full month. And I was able to recover that loss. So that is the main thing, if you have enough patience. And also, I would say, if you understand the art of risk management, which is one of the most important things, I would say again, if you can understand risk management, it's going to be helpful in the long-term perspective. It will make you, a lot of money that you can ever imagine. Because, if you're risking 1%, let's just say, and your target is 3%, your risk to reward ratio is 3%, that means at the end of 10 trades, even if you lose 5 out of those 10 trades, you will lose only 5%. But the 5 trades in which you will be making profits, you will be making 15% of the profits. So 15 minus 5, at the end of 10 trades, you're going to be profitable. You're going to be making 10%. So you have to understand that risk management perspective as well. And also just wait. Patience is the key. That's how you're going to be profitable.
Did you change habits, like other things outside of trading that helped you to also like get those good skills in trading?
I was in a webinar with my mentor, and he was like telling you, if you are unable to make profits and you're always ending up chasing the market, then there are a few things he recommended to every single one of us who were in the webinar. And I literally did that, and I started noticing a lot of the change. So the recommendations were like, if you love to drink Coca-Cola, do not drink Coke for 1 week and see how it's going to change you. So like psychologically, you will be like impatient. You will be attempting to always drink Coke whenever you will see it, because you haven't been drinking it for 7-8 days. If you can control that greed, if you can control that need, then it can be done. It can be replicated on the trading side of the things as well. If you are looking at some trade that somehow meets your trading criteria, but there are not many confluences, then do not take the trade. So if like you have that ability to control yourself, then it means you're not going to be taking that trade. That's just one example that I just gave you, that these type of habits, they can really help you. Like you can meditate. I literally used to meditate a lot when I was learning. I thought like meditation is the key to everything. It did help a lot, but only it helped in a perspective, in a way that I was calm, like I was patient. When I was telling you like patience is the key, it took me some time to develop the patience. So I was also meditating at the time, also waking up early in the morning, not going to sleep, like because you have to have a good sleep routine as well for you to basically have a fresh mind when you will be analyzing the charts. It's not something that anyone can do. Anyone can do, but you have to have that discipline.
Definitely. Is there anything that you wish you did differently or you did sooner in your journey that would have done it smoother and easier?
There is one mistake that I would say I did, and it was not journaling my trades when I started. When I was trading for like after 2 years, I realized I don't really have all the data of the trades that I did. I don't know what were the mistakes that I was making because I did not write them down. I did not know what were the setups that were working for me. I wish like I could have started journaling sooner, so that way at least I could analyze my mistakes whenever I want and just look at the trades that are working for me and look at the trades, the market structure that are not working for me.
Definitely. And you mentioned like, I guess you started backtesting afterwards or you never backtested.
No, I did. Of course I did.
Yeah, so what would you say to the audience, like how important it is to have a journal and to backtest? What is your opinion about journaling and backtesting?
I would say if someone is learning to trade, they are definitely now going to backtest on TradingView. They should be backtesting it. But at the same time, when you have the understanding of the market structure, you have the understanding of trading strategy, you know from where you need to take the trade. That will come after you will learn the strategy, and at the same time you will backtest it at least for a couple of months. My recommendation is like with that backtesting, also start trading a live account. Like just do not deposit thousands of dollars. Try with like $100. Instead of doing forward testing on demo account, do the forward testing on the live account, so you can have basically the emotions attached to it. So you will be doing back testing at the same time you will be doing forward testing, but on the live account with this small capital. And whenever you will see like market is going in your favor, it is going against your favor, just see why you are not making profit in that trade. Was there any news that affected you? Was there anything that you did wrong? Did you look at the market structure in a way that was not supposed to be? So that way, like you can write them down, write down all your mistakes and make a proper journal. So after 1 or 2 years, when you will need to analyze all your trades, you can basically just go back and look at the mistakes, look at the profitable trades. So that way it will be, very easy for you basically.
When we were talking about backtesting and journaling, would you like to maybe share your screen and show us briefly how you analyze the charts and maybe an example of a trade?
I am a price action trader and I only trade on 15-minute, and 1 hour time frame. But the way I trade every single day, I start with the correlation. So for me, correlation is like, I would say, like whenever the big boys of the market makers, whenever they are buying, they are not buying a specific currency pair. They are always buying or dumping the currency. So if you will see euro US dollar going up, you have to also check other pairs of euro and other pairs of US dollar. So that way you can have an idea whether market makers or the big boys, are they buying euro or are they selling US dollar. So basically, like if you will say here, it's a daily time frame, and I always do my correlation analysis on daily time frame. And what I do, I find my strength, like strength of each currency. Like if there are 8 currencies that I trade, I find strength on each of them. So for here, it's US dollar chart. All 7 of them are US dollar. The first one here is Euro USD. So just the recent market data, because it is a daily time frame and I want to take a trade today. So what happened weeks ago or months ago, it's not really important as compared to what's happening since last few days or last couple of weeks. So here on this chart, we can see that euro is going down and USD is getting strength. So as I'm looking at the US dollar currency strength, so for me, US dollar is getting strength, I will put it as +1. And very recently, we broke this market structure. We had this support level, we broke it, and we are creating a lower low, which is definitely going to be visible on the smaller time frames. Now here on British pound US dollar, it's the same thing. We are going down, but when we are going down, we broke this support resistance support area on daily time frame. We created this lower low. However, if you will just compare this data, so euro is weaker and pound is like, it did make a lower low, but it managed to come back again. So it's kind of a sideways movement if we will just look at this on the 15-minute time frame. So however, the recent market movement is for the down. So I will say, okay, again for USD +1. So overall right now, out of these two, for me, euro US dollar is looking more favorite because euro is going to the down in more strength as compared to British pound US dollar. And by looking at New Zealand US dollar, it's the same thing. Just look at the strength that New Zealand is showing to the downside, and it broke a major level of support on daily time frame and it is going down. So +1 again for USD. For Aussie USD, it's the same thing, +1. So total out of 4, we have 4 positive number for USD. And these 3 down, USD is on the left. So it means if US dollar is going up or the chart is going up, US dollar is getting strength. So here we have the movement to the up. So again +1. Okay. And here, now it's debatable. Overall, the movement is to the down, but the very recent movement is to the up. So as I just said, like I only look at the correlation data for like last few days or maximum up to couple of weeks. So that will be the data that I will be focusing on instead of the overall movement, which was like from here to here. So for me, it's also positive, and USD Japanese yen again positive. So we have 7 for USD. So for me, correlation is like whenever currency is showing numbers between -4, -5, -6, -7, or +4, +5, +6, and +7, I will be only taking the trades on that. If the numbers are between -3 to +3, I will not be touching that currency. So if US dollar is +7, it means I will be buying US dollar if I see any market structure. So that's the first thing that I do. It only takes like 15 to 20 minutes. Whenever I have the data, I write down every single time for every single day. Like euro is this number, USD is this number, pound is this number. Then I start analyzing the charts one by one.
Why don't you just use a strength meter for the currencies and you decide to check them yourself?
Yeah. So I used to do that, but when I was doing the currency strength meter from different websites, I think it's on my FX book as well, I saw that the way I am doing it, it's more effective according to my strategy because it's correlated with my strategy as well. So the numbers or the data that I am looking, it's more related to my strategy. I was testing out the numbers from different websites, but it wasn't really working much for me. So that's why I always doing manually. So it only takes like few minutes of the day, so works well for me. So here you can see it's a 15-minute chart, 3 different time frames. The right top is 1 hour, and then the left one from where I execute the trade is 15 minute. So I always wait for a break of market structure. Now on 4 hour and on 1 hour, on both the time frames, you will see there is a big major support level, which is right here. Market broke it and it went down. When it went down, it came to this level. It ended up creating a lower low. Now, when the market is breaking the market structure, I always need a lot of strength. And we had strong sellers here. If we will just look on the 1 hour time frame, look how the sellers were coming down. They were coming down with a lot of strength and they broke this support level. So what I do after I get this type of market structure, I compare this with my correlation strength. I see if Aussie wants to go down or Swiss franc wants to go strong. Then if the numbers matches, then I wait for the pullback. Now for the pullback, I need several things. I will be always focusing on the 15-minute time frame. I'm not gonna be doing 1 hour and 4 hour analysis when I'm waiting for the pullback. My first thing is, after the pullback will come, it should come in a proper correction manner. So a proper correction is like there is an impulsive movement which broke this support level, and after the pullback will come, it should be coming like this. It should be creating miniature level of higher highs and high lows, higher highs and high lows.
Yeah, so you want to kind of see compression in price.
Yeah, I will wait this type of market structure to come, and it should be coming exactly to the breakout area. So whenever it will come, there has to be at least 3 legs of pullback. So a leg of pullback is this movement. It broke the previous market structure on the miniature level, on a very small level. It created a higher high, and there are some sellers after that. So this is going to be my first leg of the pullback. Then when we broke this high of the first leg, this is going to be the second leg, only if we have enough sellers. And then when we broke this high of the second leg, this is going to be the third leg. Now after 3 legs, if we reach the area of the breakout, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for some of the rejections here. So there has to be at least 2 rejections, and there needs to be a strength coming from the sellers right at the area of breakout, and then and only then I take the trade. There is one way, there are many ways as well, but the most common way that I trade is this one. So you will see like market did come from here to here. So there was a proper pullback, and we came to basically this level of support from where we broke it. But at that time, I wasn't really looking at the market, so I could not basically take this trade. Now, when market, it tried to cross this lower low from here, it could not do it. It failed. It did not make a new lower low, and it started going up. So I have now some references here. The first reference is this break of market structure. The second is this lower low area. Then the end of the full pullback from where sellers continued their movement. Another reference point for me is like when market could not make a lower low. So this type of market structure, I always wait until market comes higher than the high of the first full set of a pullback. And it should be coming in a proper corrective movement. So it was coming, but there were strong buyers. Then we had some sellers, but from here, buyers are coming up. Now look how they are coming up. They are very struggling. They are making small, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So when they are making small, higher highs and high lows, we are at the break of market structure. When we are at the break of market structure, we had many rejections. I told you I need at least 2 rejections. So after this first rejection, second rejection, when we had these strong sellers, let me show. These strong sellers, I ended up taking the trade. My stop loss is always going to be higher than the rejections, and my target is always going to be at the lower low area. So that's like one way of me taking the trade, which is the trend continuation trade, because on 1 hour, it's basically a seller's trend. Market was going down. After long movement to the up, it started going down. It created a lower low here. And when it created a lower low, it made a lower high, and then it started going down again. So that's a trend continuation way of me taking the trade. There is one where I go against the trend, but that has to be done, with a very small risk. So that way I don't, just go against the trend and I'm risking the same amount of money that I'm risking on my usual trade setups. And I literally analyze the market for not more than 1 hour a day. So when I analyze the market, I go to every single one of the pairs one by one. And because I'm so used to it, so my processing speed is now very fast as compared to what I used to spend like 2-3 hours every single day back in the days when things started going well for me. So I go to all the pairs one by one. I see if there is any trade opportunity that I can have during the next 4 or 5 hours. If I see like there is any trade opportunity that can happen, then I just mark that pair and I move on to the next one. I do it on all 28. After doing it, let's just say there are 7 or there are 4, let's say, that pairs that I want to follow up. I will simply just put the alerts. Like here, this was a very nice break of market structure. However, the pullback, it did not come like in the way that I wanted it to come. There were a lot of strength from the buyers. Look at the buyers candle. So here as well. So I will not be taking these type of trades. However, whenever there will be this type of market structure, I will put the alerts and I will get the notification. So that way I can just follow up on those 4 or 5 pairs that I mark them during the start of the day.
So as I can see, you're more of intraday swing trader, right?
Yeah.
Did you try like different trading styles, and why did you decide to stick to this style?
This is the only strategy that I have been using since the start when I started learning, because it started working very well and I could understand the market structure. I could understand the price action. I could understand like from where I need to take the trade, what steps I need to follow every single day. So I wasn't really interested in trading any different styles. The one that I showed you is the main for me. I would say like it's A plus setup for me, which has a higher probability of working in my favor and giving me at least 1:2 rewards from every single trade. There are several other ways which involves one indicator, which is volume indicator. That's only when I am doing on 3-minute time frame or 5-minute, but I don't really usually do that anymore. So I'm more focused on 15-minute time frame with the help of 1 hour and 4 hours, just to have a little idea that what the big players of the market are doing on a little higher time frame than my trading time frame. So that's my way. I just focus on 15-minute and 1 hour and just make sure that I follow these type of trading style. Other than this, I don't do that.
I believe that it's very important for a person to trading style that suits their personality. So like to know which patience level you have, how impulsive you are as a person, and things like that. How did trading change you as a person, and how did it change different aspects of your life?
Yeah, that's a very nice question. Like I remember back in the days when I was unable to control myself, whenever there was a loss, like my mood was always changing. So my family, because I was living with my family, so they could see on my face that I did make a loss. So I was always getting angry whenever there was a loss. Whenever there was a profit, I was always having that big smile on my face. It took me like few years, I would say, to basically adjust my personality to trading, to understand that wins or losses, they should not be affecting me in any way. Like I have to live a normal life and at the same time I have to trade. So they should not be intersect with each other. My losses, my wins, they should not affect me as a person I am. I could not say like I followed some steps, but after some time I started feeling a change in me. These wins and losses, they started not affecting me. So I could just understand that okay, market is making me lose this much amount of money. I was willing to lose 0.5% or 1% of my account, so I am willing to accept that. When I basically adopted to accept my losses, then it started going better in general for me.
So you kind of like detached yourself from the P&L and things started going well. What is your plan moving forward? You already have like many accounts, a lot of funding. What is the plan moving forward for you?
So by the end of this year, 2023, right now I'm funded with 2 multiple firms and total 1 million in funding. So like I am taking several challenges with several other firms and I'm planning to at least have 2 million in funding by the end of this year, if not more. And also like as a content creator, I'm also, looking to just speed up some of the content creation process for me. So that way I can start helping others. So I have to make sure that all the audience that watch me, so at least they can, get the best version of me. They can get the best videos from me. So right now I'm also working with several other editors that are on my team to make sure that the content side of things are also taken care of.
Amazing. So, what is your purpose as a content creator? Do you see that there are advantages and disadvantages? Like, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Because usually there are both sides of that.
I started as a content creator just for the sake of fun. Like, I wasn't interested in sharing my strategies, selling courses, or anything like that. I was like, okay, I know how to trade. I'm funded with several other firms in 2021. So I was like, okay, just take out your phone, try to record. And when I look back right now, literally, I sometimes laugh at myself as well, like what kind of videos I used to make. So I started just for the sake of fun. But as my audience grew, I have more than 10,000 subscribers. So I think now my responsibility is more than before. My purpose is like I am now trying to make sure that the things that I am doing on my funded account, I am providing the same information, providing the same value to my audience, so that way at least they can learn. Instead of they spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on the courses, they can just learn and see how some of the funded traders are trading on their account. Because I am also content creator for one firm, so it's, I talk to their traders, I get to learn from them, because life is always a long-term learning process. So you always are in the learning process, you're always learning something new. So that's really, I'm very interested in it, understanding the different aspects of trading from different people, understanding that how they are perceiving the information, how they are trading their funded account, talking to them, making some friends. So that's how I'm taking my content creation side of things.
Since you are a content creator and you're talking to so many traders, what are the similar characteristics between those profitable traders?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I literally made one video about this. When I was analyzing some of the accounts of the funded traders who are making payouts, like the things I was seeing in their account and the things that I was seeing in the accounts of the traders who were failing their challenges and who failed literally like several dozens of challenges. Every single time when I was looking at the traders who were failing, they had no trading strategy at all. They were literally just gambling. They were so impressed by the numbers $100,000, $200,000 that they decided that we're not going to learn. We will just try to gamble. If we can make some money, that's good. If we won't, then they are definitely losing their hard-earned money. So this was the first main thing that I noticed, that they had zero trading strategy at all. And at the same time, when I was looking at the traders who were making different payouts, they were like always managing their risk very, very well. So whatever the amount they were risking, if they were trading, let's say $100,000 account, they are not risking more than $500. So 0.5% maximum risk on the funded account. And that's what I do as well. And whenever they're making profits, it's always like 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 2,000. So even if they were losing 50% of the time, but they were still in profits. And there was a gap between all the trades that they were taking. Like they were not taking many, many trades every single day. They're taking a trade today, then there is no trade for 2 more days. So after 2-3 days, there is another trade. Then there was like a proper gap. So they, instead of they just rushing out the process that I have to make money, and they're taking the trades. Yeah. So they're just waiting. Whenever they have the trade opportunity, they execute the trade. So like these are two main things that I noticed. One is from the account of the traders who were making profit, and one from the accounts of the traders who were losing profits.
In terms of psychology, have you noticed something similar? Talking to those traders, have you noticed something similar in terms of their psychology with like the profitable traders?
So the thing is, like most of the traders who were funded or who are funded, when I talk to them, I see like they're always having or following a proper trading routine. You will see a lot of traders, you talk to them a lot, most of the times they will be like, they have no time zone. So they will be taking the trade after they coming from work. On the other day, they are taking the trade when they were on a break. So there is no proper time that they are spending. So when I talk to these people, I think like they have a proper trading routine, and that's a trader should have. At least you have to know that what is the time period that you're going to be spending on every single day in front of charts. So that way it will not going to affect you psychologically. They are willing to lose. They're willing to lose, literally. Like they're not taking the trade, and they're not taking the trades in a way that they will never accept the losses. They're always understanding that, yes, we will have some losses. So it's fine. If we end up losing the funded accounts, But if they are overall making profits, because it can happen like for 2-3 months, it's not going to, always be profitable months. You can lose for 2-3 months. So they understand that as well. So these are the two main things I have seen from these traders, like how they are basically taking trading very easily, and they're not, rushing out the process, and they are not getting trading affect their psychology.
Okay, and the last question, if you're about to start now with all the experience and knowledge that you have, what would you tell to yourself?
So first of all, I should be backtesting, and from the very start, I have to understand risk from the perspective of money. There is a term, mind over money. So like I have to adopt that mindset that I will understand, because now I have the knowledge. So let's say if I have the same knowledge, I will know that how money is going to affect me. So I will know in advance that what are the steps that I need to take, instead of me, just randomly spending my hard-earned money on just blowing the accounts. So I will definitely not be doing that. And also, journaling is one of the best thing that a trader can do when they are starting out. They can stop journaling after 4, 5, 6 years, when they know like different aspects of trading. They know what are the things that are working for them. They are profitable for months in and months out. But journaling is one of the best things, that can help you do the things that you're going to do in 5 years. And with journaling, you can do that in 2 to 3 years. So you can basically reduce your time, because you will have the data. You will know what are the things that are making you lose, what are the things that are making you make money. So that's how you can basically use these 2, 3 things. And I will use 2, 3 things as well if I start over.
Okay, any last words that you would like to share with us?
Do not rush out the process. Right now, there is no time limit at all in every single firm. Back in the days, there were used to be 35 days to pass phase 1, 60 days to pass phase 2. Now there is no time limit. So you do not be spending your hard-earned money on just taking the challenges. And when you have no patience, when you have no trading strategy, learn first, understand how trading works, understand the risk management, then and only then try for some time on your live account with small account, couple of hundred, few $100. Once you have enough knowledge, once you have understanding, once you see like you are not mentally or psychologically getting affected by the losses, then and only then take the challenge. But take the challenge of the small account. Instead of you looking to get a $400,000 or $500,000 account, just take a $25,000 account. Try to see like how you are going to do the things that you learned over the years. So that way, even if you lose the challenge, it's going to be $150 loss.
So start small and take step by step. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your experiences with us. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, wish you best of luck with all your future plans and goals.
Thank you so much for having me as well.
Thanks again. And to all of you watching, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and show us some love in the comments down below. Trade safe, and until next time.